Hello everybody, it's Mindy and it's whip and chat time. So we're going to work on a beautiful tree today on our Chuck Pinson. I'm cruising along. I've got just a little small row over here. It's only this wide right here. And that will be halfway. Once I finish these two, I've got this little section in here and I'm halfway. Halfway, really halfway. I'm so excited, right? I want to get past that halfway point. Anyhow, yeah, working. So we're going to work on some greens here and we're going to make this pine tree. That's what we're making, I believe. Maybe it's a pine tree. I don't know. Maybe it's just a green tree. Might just be a green tree. We're over in here. So I think it is a pine tree. I think it's this pine tree right in here. Pine tree. Yeah, I've started this red house in here. I'm super excited. And then this all made more sense. I was working on this part in my live, and this all made more sense when I finished this part and stepped back and looked at it. So what I've made in here is a boat. There's a boat in here and part of the dock coming out. So it all became a little clearer when I actually, could step back and look at it. So anyhow, got my firefly tray, and gosh, where did I get this pen from? I don't even remember, but it is the most beautiful, gorgeous pen. It's a flower blank. Oh gosh, I don't remember where I got it, but it is stunning. Beautiful. I love the grip on it. I've said this many times that I can have fancy things in the middle, but I just like a simple grip here where my hand's going to go. This is very flippable. I love it. Love the pen. Okay. So let's get working on this. We're doing some little ends here, and I think it's the darkest color in here. And it stands out the most. I've already done the T's, as you can see. We got some little specks over there. There are some dark green colors. So let's work on the ends and let's get going with this thing, man. I want this tree finished. So we can get to this next section here. What do we have up here? Just sky, I think. Nothing too fantastic up here. It's all sky and there's a couple birds. So that should be really easy. Really quick, lots of color blocking up there. We're going to cruise through those last two sections here, right? Yes, we are. So I hope that you are enjoying the Chuck Along. If you are participating, I believe Maritza said we have 95 people. I was like, whoa. I don't think we have had numbers like that in a while. 95. Okay, that says two things to me. Well, one thing, really. Everybody still loves Chuck Pinson, and it is a celebration of his artwork, truly. So we really, really appreciate you joining along in this Chuck Along and hope you're just having a good time, okay? I've still had some questions about participation. I think everybody understands it's run through our Facebook group, Diamond Moments and Krafts. The difference being you can be using a canvas you've already started or one that is brand new. So to make this just as simple as I can, for a brand new start, you have the possibility of earning 6 entries into the giveaways. 6, okay? That is 2 the first week, a start and a progress for week 2, for week 3, and in week 4, you can have a progress and a finish if you finish. So it's a possibility of 6 for an unstarted canvas. If you don't get a finish, then, you just don't get that last point. So you don't need to finish. So if you have a canvas that is already started, your possible points are 4. A start, show us where you're at so we know that you have at least half to go. Then you can do a progress, and in the last week, you can either post a finish or just your progress. So you can post 4 times, just once a week. Okay. Whereas people who have an unstarted canvas have the possibility of 6 points. They can post 2 in the first week, 2 in the last week. I hope that makes it very, very clear. No confusion. Okay. And Maritza has said in a couple of her whip and chats, she's like, whatever Mindy says. She cracks me up. Whatever Mindy says. I'm like, okay. So that's how the game is played. All right. Okay. Yeah. Some other people questioned the small bridge that is on Amazon. It qualifies. It qualifies. Is it smaller? Yes, it's smaller than some of the other paintings. But that's okay. That is not the whole point of this. The point is you work on something for the month and you make progress and you show your progress and you have a good time. That is really what it's all about. Okay? We are not like fussy, picky people, and we just want people to enjoy it, have a good time, and, enjoy the process. Okay? Enjoy the process. It is one of the most popular paintings this time, and I think clearly because it is a smaller canvas, and people thought, "Ooh, I can do this one and I can finish it this month." That's awesome. That is awesome. If that was what your goal was, is to be able to do a beautiful painting by Chuck Pinson and finish it, that's cool. I'm not too worried about there being a size difference. It's not about that, okay? Let's put it in light, in the spirit of what the event is. Enjoying the artwork, working together, encouraging each other, and just having a good time. All right? Our prizes are 4 gift cards from Diamond Art Club, $50 gift cards. And I do have one painting, and I've got to figure out which painting it is. But last time, someone in Australia, Nikki in Australia, was giving away some paintings to people in Australia, which was very kind of her. She gave them away, she shipped them, and everything. But one person ended up with a painting that they already had, and they are willing to regift that to someone in Australia because they have it already, and they're willing to regift it to someone else. All right. I will have to look that up to verify which painting it is. But if you are an Australian participant, please note that in one of your posts so that we can put you on that special list of people in Australia that would qualify to win the painting. I will look it up and figure it out, and I'll let you know very soon what it is. I should have done that before I started the live. If I can find it, I'll try to put it right here what painting it was. Okay. So if you are in Australia, when you have that painting, you might not want to put your name down or just say, I am in Australia, but I also have that painting. Okay. So that we get it to somebody who doesn't have it, who can enjoy it. All right. Okay. Onward and upward. Okay. Let's move on. One moment, please. All right, I'm back. I sat down, and as I was recording, my stomach was like, hey, Mindy, you might want some lunch. You're hungry. And I didn't think you guys needed to hear all that. So I went and I grabbed myself a bite to eat, and I'm back. So hopefully things will be a little quieter around here. Isn't that weird? Sometimes, I don't know. It's just like I get busy doing stuff, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to eat anything, didn't I? And I didn't have any breakfast either. No, I did not. I had a scone, one of my little favorite scones that I get. That's all I've had. So, anyhow, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I shared it with my girl, Tifa. She had a little bit as well. Oh, no, my stomach is still growling. I don't know what its problem is. Hello, you've got food in there now. Settle down, settle down. Anyhow, so back to business here. Back to business. I was talking about the Chuck-along. We finished up with that. Now let's talk about the next event. The next event is going to be in April. we are cruising up on that quickly. Trying to iron out the last few details for that. It is a Francesca's Studio Works event. Yes, it is. Francesca's Studio Works. So I had a gracious subscriber friend volunteer to sponsor an event if I did one for Francesca's. And I was like, okay, let's make this happen. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to have some gift cards weekly for winners that are participating in the event. Let's work on some ABs for a minute here. And the company themselves is working on a couple of things, a sponsorship of sorts. And what we're working on is, well, I'll kind of wait to tell you, but they're trying to work out some way to help you acquire some kits, or kits plural, to participate, and a little deal maybe. So I'll get back with you on that. We're still ironing that out and trying to work out the details on that. Okay, but a Francesca Studio Works painting is, of course, what will be required to participate in the event. And there are several to choose from, 20 some to choose from, as a matter of fact. And there's some very, very beautiful, lovely things to choose from on Francesca's Studio Works website. So I hope you consider joining along and, dabble your foot, your fingers, whatever, into Francesca's Studio Works. You have to try one to just see how fabulous they truly are. I can tell you all day long. I can show you. I've completed one. I have another one started. I'm going to work on it a little bit again before the event starts. So you just got to try it. Really, trust me, try one. I feel like the little kid from the Life commercial. Try it. You'll like it. No, you really, really, really will. I promise. Okay? All right. So think about that. Prepare for that. It will be the whole month of April. All right. So I will be making an official announcement real soon. Real soon. I hope to finalize some details today and be able to record that for you. Okay? Oh, after that, I'm taking May off. I think I've said that before. I got plenty of things going on in May, retreat, vacation, etc., etc. And I'm just going to work on some things that I need to finish up and just enjoy that month, because like I said, I have several things going that month. And then June will be the Craftably craze. We're going to do a Craftably tribute. And July it's going to be all about the hippie, all about the groove. So that's kind of on our part. That's me and Kara and Maritza. Craftably craze is me and Kara and Brandy. I'm going to be with Kara for a while. Kara, hang on, girl. I hope you can handle me for 2 months in a row. But yeah, that will also be kind of a celebration of sorts, because we're going to work on Groovy Girl from Diamond Art Club, which is Hannah Lynn. And as we know, Hannah Lynn is no longer with Diamond Art Club. So it will be also kind of like a tribute to Hannah Lynn and Diamond Art Club. Now, Hannah Lynn is working on some other opportunities where to produce her diamond paintings. I think she's got some things worked out and getting them ironed out. So, it'll be a while before they actually get paintings in stock, but it will not be the end of Hannah Lynn diamond paintings, just Hannah Lynn at Diamond Art Club. So that's kind of the rundown for the next several months, summertime, etc. So there you have it, folks. Those are event news. The event news. All right. If I was slick, I've seen other people that section off their little, they call them podcasts or whatever. And they're like, works in progress, this and that, event news, travels. They just section them off. I'm not that slick, though. Maybe someday I'll be that slick. Anyhow, it is what it is. There, just fall right there. That's perfect. Fall right there, and then I can scooch it over there. That's lovely. Miss Tifa is wandering around. I don't know what she truly wants, but she's just wandering around. She's coming in here like, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm working, Tifa. I'm working. It's time for you to go take a nap. Go take a nap. You had some little snack, some peanut butter and jelly. Go take a little nap. She didn't get much peanut butter and jelly. She got more crust than anything. Anyhow. So, today, oh my goodness, it's a beautiful day. Okay, picture this, people. Picture this. 2 days ago, it was in the 30s. In the 30s. And we had snow. It wasn't a ton of snow. It was just enough of a light little dusting to cover the ground and make it look white. Okay? And it lasted for less than 24 hours. And then it all melted and it was gone. Yesterday got a little warmer. And today we're going to reach the 60s. You heard me. 30s 2 days ago. 40s, 40s, close to 50 yesterday. And today in the 60s. See, this is how we roll in Michigan. You just never, ever know. Be prepared. Just be prepared. Things change at the drop of a hat. So you just got to roll with it. Got to roll with it. It's what makes life fun and interesting around here. It's never boring. That's what I like about it, honestly. I love the changes. I really do. I love the seasons. I don't mind that it's, snowy one day and warm the next day. I don't know. I just roll with it. It's always something new and unique. Keeps the boredom away. And you know me. I don't like to be bored. So that's the weather around here. I heard some interesting birds today. I think they're finches. Finches aren't here in the wintertime, but I think I was hearing finches today when I was outside. And I have the windows open, and apparently the furnace is on because the furnace just came on. It must have gotten a little cool. It's not cold. It's feeling good, but that must mean it got below 67 in here because I think that's what the furnace is set to. There's 2 windows open. I suppose I should go turn off the furnace, shouldn't I? Yeah. Instead of wasting energy trying to heat the house that I'm now cooling by having the window open. Oh boy. Okay. I'll get to that. What else is going on? Dale is gone. He's gone. He was gone yesterday too. He went to breakfast with 2 of his friends. He did stop at the gas station the day before, and he bought me a muffin from the gas station. He was thoughtful. He was thinking of me. Made sure I had a muffin for the morning because he knew he was going out to breakfast. I was like, okay, it's good for him. It's good for him to go places and do things with friends. Yeah, I have no problem with that. So, yeah, good for him. But he went out for tacos today with his other friend, Taco Tuesday. And he said that, well, first he had two options. All right, 2 options for his afternoon. One was to go to the one friend's house to help him finish up the ceiling in his house. He already helped him with the roof because they had a roof leak. Fix the roof, and now he's been working. Oh, no, you got a tab on you. You are not going to work. There we go. To go help him finish up the ceiling. Well, he kind of texted him and said, no, I don't want to do it today. And Dale was like, I think it's just because I wanted to come over later in the day. He is a morning kind of guy. So I don't think he wanted Dale to come. Wow, there's another tab. I don't think he wanted Dale over later in the afternoon. So he didn't go there. His other option, he said, he might possibly go to my dad's house. My dad has like an older tractor, and he had to get a part for it, had to get some hydraulic something, which took a little while to get. And he's got it. He's had it for a while. And, no rush or anything, he says. But, whenever Dale has a minute, wants to come over and put that back on for him so the tractor is ready to go for summer. So Dale's been gone a while. I'm assuming he decided to go over there and help my dad because he's been gone quite a while now. So, Dale, he's always finding something to do. He's got to keep busy. We are just not the sit still, do nothing kind of people, right? I hope he gets back in time that we can go for a walk. We talked about going for a walk because it was going to be so beautiful outside. But I do have my book live tonight too. So I don't know where we're gonna squeeze this in. We got to go for a walk this afternoon before the book live. Now that the time changed, it might still be light after the book live. I don't know. So we'll see when he gets here, how long he's actually gone this afternoon. But it's allowed me to record a couple of videos and get some things done. So there's that. Yesterday, oh my gosh, he got home yesterday after breakfast. I never heard him leave. The one friend met him here and picked him up at 8:30 in the morning. Now that's weird because normally I'm awake. I'm normally awake, but I think I had fallen back asleep. The time change is like, I don't know, it's kind of messed me up, I think, but I never heard him leave. He got up, he got out the vitamins, he said he let the dogs out. The dogs were out of the kennel when I got up. I never heard him. Never heard him, never heard his friend, never heard anything. So that was interesting. But when he got back, okay, we knew the night before Shannon was having an issue with the car that Dale bought, that Dale worked on, all that stuff. Shannon has the car, okay? We knew that there was an issue, that the car had died on the side of the highway up in Grand Rapids, which is an hour from here. And it was like, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night or something. Dale's like, there's really nothing I can do. He kind of thought he knew what it could be, the most likely problem, which is something that had happened to him, in the course of working on this car. So nothing that we could really do at 9 o'clock at night. So they had somebody come up there and somebody needed to get back home. Jackson was in the hospital. He was only in the hospital like Saturday night and Sunday night. They've been sick, sinus infections and this and that, and he had a urinary tract infection came up. So with him and the kidney transplant and all that, they're extra super careful. So they wanted him up there so they could watch him, get him on antibiotics, get things squared away, make sure everything was okay. Ultrasound, they always want to ultrasound the kidney, make sure it's all right. And it is. But he had to stay just the 2 nights and then, he got to come home. Everything's fine. Okay. So yesterday after Dale got back from breakfast, he was taking a little nappy because, he'd been up early. Dale doesn't get up early anymore. Not real early. He's like a 9, maybe even 10 o'clock, kind of guy these days. I mean, he retired. He sleeps in. So I get notified from Shannon that she's about to head up to Grand Rapids. And she's going to come by and she's going to drop off the key to her car. Okay. So we got to figure out one of 2 things. We either need to figure out a way to tow this car home or fix it there. And Dale's like, let's just go see if I can fix it. If it's what I think it is, I should be able to fix it and get it off the highway without too much trouble. And we'll just go from there. Okay, so that's what we did. So he gets up from his nap and we load up and we head up to Grand Rapids. All right. So we get up there and the thing is, the car didn't go very far. Devin was driving it. Devin was the one that was coming home in the car. And she literally got 1 block away from the hospital, like around the corner onto the highway, and barely made any progress on the highway when the thing just quit. So she'd pulled over to the side and she just sat there. She ended up walking back to the hospital because literally it was maybe 2 blocks. Okay. So she walked back. So we get there, and I hate anytime we're having to work on any vehicle on the side of a highway, because those cars are going 75, 80 mile an hour down the highway. You know what I'm saying? It's a little scary. I did feel like we had like some extra room because it was right at an off ramp. So the highway was just a little wider there, and it had a decent like shoulder kind of area. But still, that traffic is just buzzing by you, right? Makes me nervous. I took crochet along. I crocheted the whole way up there, and I crocheted the whole time he was working on this vehicle. I called it my nervous crocheting. I was just like crochet, and keeping my ears open and whatnot. But anyhow, it was exactly what he thought it was. It was a part that he had to take off the car to work on the transmission hose. The transmission line needed to be replaced because it was old, right? And so imagine you got a connector that connects the hose to wherever, and you got this little piece that connects. Well, he had taken that apart to get the hose out, and then when he put it back in, there's a little ring inside, got stretched out too much, so the hose could slip out. And that's exactly what happened. Happened to him once when he was down the road, and that's what happened to them. I mean, how long has they had the car? A while now. So it took it a while for it to pop out, but it did. So Dale pushed it back in, got it back in there. It lost all of its fluid. So then we had to go get fluid, come back to the car again. You know what that's like. You're on the highway, off the highway. You got to go round and around and different exits to get to where you need to be. And anyhow, we're back on the highway again. And then he actually jacks the thing up on the highway so he could get under there and check everything out better. Anyhow, got it all fixed. It started right up, took right off. So we're out of there. And at the same time, the girls are checking out with Jackson out of the hospital right at the same time. And we're just like, okay, we'll just drive this car home. Shannon was like, yeah, I'd feel more comfortable, if Dale drives it home just to make sure it's okay. Yep, absolutely. So it drove just fine all the way home. They got home. They actually ended up passing me on the highway. I don't know how that all worked. They stopped to get some lunch or something, waited for Applebee's. And so they passed me just as we were getting right to our exits. They exit at one exit. I exit at the next one when we get home. So we're that close to each other. Anyhow, when we got home, Dale was like, okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace that whole part instead of just the little ring in the center of it. I'm going to replace the whole thing. Cost a whole $8. So he gets over to the auto parts store, got his little $8 part, took the car apart again, and fixed that whole, just replaced the whole thing. And apparently that's what he should have done in the first place, because they said, yep, you're really only supposed to use that once. Once you take it off or take that ring out of there, they're really one-time use. They can get stretched out and not hold the hose in properly. Okay, made complete sense. But I tell you what, Dale and Shannon both agree. They love that car. It is so weird. I have not driven it or anything. It is a Saturn, and they love it. They say it just drives like a dream, especially on the highway. And Shannon has to take highway every day to go to work. Dale's like, yeah, 70, 80 is really good. He said, but man, you hit 85, going with the crowd. He said 85, that thing just sits right down and just hums along. It's beautiful. Shannon's like, yep. And Devin's like, I'm not driving it again. They love the car. Devon's like, nope, it puked on me once. I'm never driving it again. Plus, Devon thinks it's too small. It is just a car, and it's low to the ground. She's used to driving like an Avalanche, which is a, truckish, we'll call it a truckish thing. So, anyhow, that was the rescue mission from yesterday. And now it is all properly fixed up and all that stuff. So, got to see Jackson yesterday when they came to pick up the car. Dale got some bikes, from the neighbors down the street when he was helping them clean up stuff. And he got a couple of little kids' bikes. Well, Jackson doesn't have a bike. So guess what? Jackson has a bike now. He was pretty excited about it. Got a little bike, got some training wheels. They live on a dirt road. It's hardly any traffic at all. I mean, it's like my road. No, it's probably less than my road. It's less than my road because I have the trucks that go down the road. So he'll be able to just go out there and, he can start riding his bike. It's all set to go. Should be a good size for him. He's got training wheels because I don't think he's ridden a bike before. Honestly, I don't. So anyhow, there's that. They're working on some health stuff with him. Working on hopefully, and please keep this in your thoughts, getting rid of his internal catheter that he has, and working towards that. So hoping that really works out well for him, so he can get rid of that and have everything work as it should. Okay. The other thing I did yesterday after all that is I ended up going into town and met Josh at his new job. So thank you for all the thoughts for Josh and the new job. As I said before, it's not like a super high paying job, but it is a steady job. It is 40 hours a week. And he said it was pretty easy work yesterday. He said, yep, they had to move some things, move some furniture and whatnot, but there was some downtime as well that he really just didn't have anything to do. But he said it wasn't too bad at all. Definitely not like moving an entire household of furniture, which is what he had been doing. But they love him there. I walked in and the manager was like, hey, Mom. She's like, okay, we love him. We're keeping him. I'm like, okay. She said, he fits right in. Because they joke there and, it sounds pretty laid back. And I'm like, cool. So hopefully that works out. But because he's in between jobs, he needed a little bit of food. So we went over to Walmart, bought some food, set him up for a while until he can get a paycheck from this new company. Switching jobs is never easy. It's always difficult when you have to switch jobs. You know what I mean? So hopefully this works out well for him, at least for a while. He hasn't quit looking for something else. He won't quit looking, but he kind of likes this. So we'll see how it goes, how it turns out for him financially and stuff like that. So, but for now, everything's cool. He's loving it. They're loving him. It's a relaxed vibe. He's enjoying it. So yay. Yay. He popped over here yesterday. He called me. He was getting ready to go on his lunch and he wanted to know if I was home. And I was like, no, we're in Grand Rapids. He said, oh, I was going to stop by and just have lunch. Of course, he needs some food, wants lunch. But I said, just go to the house. You know how to get in the house. Just go over there and, have some lunch. And he goes, okay, all right, what do you got? And I told him. He's like, okay, all right. So he did that. He had lunch here yesterday without us. Let the dogs out for me while he was here. Yeah. I'm going to finish this section up here real quick. I'm cruising along. Cruising on a sunny afternoon. Is it sunny or Sunday? No, I think it's sunny. It is sunny. It's sunny here. So that's how the song is going to roll. Yep. So yeah, exciting day yesterday. Lots going on. Rescue missions, all that stuff. Well, I guess they were all rescue missions, weren't they? I guess they were. Oh, what else is going on? I still need to get out to the flower garden. I need to show you guys. I've been doing more filming. I've been getting some outdoor filming done to put together a farm video, down on the farm video. Getting a few clips ready for that. I'll show you the flower garden. So I need to really figure out when I can plant my seeds. And it depends. It depends. It depends on which ones we're talking about, because certain seeds have a longer germination period than others. And some, like the dahlias, you have to be really kind of particular with the dahlia seeds. Zinnias are like, they're like your workhorse. They're like, you can almost not fail with zinnias. You know, they're hardy. But I need to figure out, when do I plant? When do I plant the zinnias? When do I plant the dahlias? The dahlias, they say not to plant them outside until it's been like 3 to 4 weeks past your first frost. And here, Lord knows when our last frost will be, right? So I'm going to kind of go with some estimations, and I really got to figure out when I can plant these things. And then the fact that we're going to be gone on vacation the third week of May, which is right in all of this growing time, truly. I would like to have the seeds well started so that they can survive us being gone for like 8 days, you know? When we go to our timeshare, it's a whole week. And then, of course, we have, well, if we do it right, we can get down there the day we check in, and we can get home the day we check out. So really, maybe 7 days. I don't think it will need to be 8. It might be just 7 days. But we're going to have somebody come over and take care of the chickens and the ducks and stuff. Maybe Josh will do it. I don't know. Maybe I can just talk him into coming and staying over here, you know? Bring his Xbox over, stay here. Just think, he'd be even closer to his new job. Maybe he'll just come stay here for me and take care of the dogs. They can stay home that way. I'm going to talk to him about that, see if he'll do that. He might. He can bring his cat. Cat can live here for the week, you know, that kind of stuff. That's a good idea. And then all I would need is just somebody to make sure my flowers get watered out there. I'll have them in the greenhouse. And just watered a couple of times while we're gone. They shouldn't need water every day or anything. They're not going to be outside yet, because we can't plant anything outside until well after the end of May. So if they're nicely growing in the greenhouse at that point, you know, got some good growth on them, they just need a little water. They shouldn't be under cover at that point. See, I'm developing a plan as I speak. As I'm saying it out loud, it's all kind of coming together, how this is going to work. Do you ever do that? You just got to talk it out. Well, thank you for being there to listen while I talk it out. Talking out my plan. Yeah. Oh boy. So, yeah, looking forward to all of the fun adventures that are going to happen in May. The retreat. Oh my goodness, rolling along. I would just like to say, I would just like to have a full cast. It just keeps changing. We drop, we add, we drop, we add. I'm like, okay, April 1st, that's the end. That's it, man. April 1st is it. And if anybody drops after April 1st, that's the end. We can't replace anybody at that point. We won't have time. So I just want to have my list. I want to have my ducks in a row, all that stuff. Angie's got to come over here. We're going to make some things. You know, we're down to the wire. It's coming so fast. So fast. And I'm so super excited. So super excited for it to be here. Looking forward to it in the worst way. In the best way. Not the worst way. So anyhow, there's that. What else? I got some diamond painting unboxings. I purchased a few things. I am trying to hold it down. I'm trying to be reasonable, not, not saying I'm not purchasing anything. I mean, the Chuck Pinson came out. Seriously. First week of the Chuck Along, and here's a Chuck Pinson. Of course. I remember seeing that one in the vote. It wasn't that long ago either that one was in the voting. Oh, really? Okay. I missed one of those. Golly, golly, golly. One of those. Now I'm to the hunt and peck stage. Hunt and peck. You go there. I need a couple of these guys. How many of you do I need? 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to take out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. There we go. Yeah. So, of course, the Chuck Pinson came out. Of course. And, it's smart on their part, of course, to know when events are happening and to be able to provide paintings that go along with an event. Very smart on their part. Somebody's paying attention. That's all I got to say. They pay attention. So I got that. But I got something else too. I mean, I wasn't going to get just one. I normally I can get just one and pay shipping. I'm not opposed to doing that, but I didn't this time. So you have to stay tuned and see what else I got. And of course, you'll get to see that one unboxed. You may have seen it. I don't even know who unboxed it. I have no idea. I don't follow everybody. And when I looked at the playlist, it wasn't on there. So I don't even know who did it. But I'll be doing it if you want to see it real soon. This is weird too. So I got my shipping notice like really early. Okay. And then my first tracking said it would be here Wednesday. And I was like, wow, that's pretty quick. That's much quicker than things normally get to me from the new center in Texas. Normally it takes quite a while for me to get stuff from Texas now. But then I looked at it again today and now it says Friday. I'm like, oh, of course. Nope, not Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday was just too good to be true. Too good to be true. I should have known better. I should have known that wasn't going to happen. Anyhow, it'll be here when it gets here, right? It'll be here when it gets here. Yeah, I ordered another diamond painting from someone. I'm not going to say who yet. That one will take a while. That one's going to take a while. Because that is like a drop ship painting. There are companies that drop ship and you have to wait. So that is one of those situations. A couple other things come in. That's the same case with those, some drop ship things. So they have to be prepared first. Budget friendly stuff. I don't know. I've ordered some things from some companies. I just haven't heard of anything that's on its way yet. So hopefully I'll be able to keep content coming to you between WIP and chats, crafty vlogs. I don't know how long it's going to be before I have enough footage for a farm video. I'm trying though. I'm trying to get enough. Yeah. I'm going to keep you here for just a couple minutes longer because, I've only got a few H's and a few triangles to finish. And I want to finish them before I get up. Oh, there's some dots too. So there's 3 triangles. Oh, I got them. There they are. So I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope the weather is nice where you're at. I know that it was recently that, people in California were still getting a ton of snow up in the mountains, and people in North Dakota were getting snow. I mean, it is that time of year. It's that time of year when you just don't know what to expect. We're in between seasons, really, and you don't know what to expect. What's going to happen? Who knows? Drives my sister crazy. I think it's funny. Drives her crazy. She's like, she was so complaining the other day when we had that snow. And I mean, I don't think it was the snow so much as that it got cold. because, her waterers freeze and she puts the blankets back on her horses and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I'm just kind of laughing. I'm like, well, it doesn't bother me like that. I don't have all that to worry about, Oop, took the top off, but I didn't get the container. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't need that many. And then the lid went scooting away. Scootsy away. So yeah, I don't have to worry about all that. Our chickens are fine in their chicken coop. The ducks don't mind. We don't have to do any extra stuff just because it got a little colder. But yeah, she just complains and complains. It's all on Facebook. She just complains on Facebook. I'm like, all right. I don't even comment anymore. I just want to laugh, but I don't. I try to be nice. I try to be nice. But there's that. So I'm going to go out and change my porch decorations here. As soon as I get done here. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going out to change the porch decorations because there's still snowmen. And we need to get them snowmen off the porch. I think it's time to put Easter out. I mean, it might be a little early for Easter, but I don't really have anything in between snowmen and Easter. So we're doing Easter. That's what's going to go on the porch. Easter. I don't have an Easter rug, though. No Easter rug. Well, there we go. I finished that section. Like I said, 2 more sections here that are full release papers. And then this little narrower strip over here, which is not even that long. 12 inches maybe of a little narrower strip. That won't take long. These should be fast. These should be fast. Sky. Color block. Let's do it. And then I'll be halfway. I'm super excited to say I'm halfway. All right. That's all I got for you, folks. I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great week. And I hope I could occupy your time for a while you were working on your project. So, all right. I will talk to everybody soon. And thanks for watching. See you next time.